Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream today. It's a Friday, which means Foot Champions has just started, and I haven't played any games yet, so I'm going to be playing probably around about 10 or 15, at least 10 or 15, maybe even up to about 20 games on today's stream. And yeah, the goal is to get anywhere in gold, really. Gold 2 would be ideal. I think gold 3 is a very attainable target. Last week I only played 21, I think, or 22 games out of the 30. I got a silver one. And I think I got like 13 wins, so I could have easily got gold 3, but it was just really, really late on Sunday when I was playing my games, so I ended up not finishing off the whole 30. But yeah, we're going to be playing a load of games. I'm also going to quickly start off the stream waiting for some people to get in here by selling some of my investments that I've made for Player of the Month Hazard. So if you guys don't know, you do need a lot of informs for it, especially from the Premier League, so people like Fraser are now going for good amounts of coins. And yeah, I can sell this card here, for example, that I got for, I think, about 11k. I can now sell for about 22k. So I'm listing up all sorts of cards like this, and look at that. That's going to make me like 10,000 coins just on one card alone, doubling my coins. That is why discard price Team of the Week investing is so effective, because there's very, very often SBCs that require these types of cards. Yarmolenko, for example, he's going for about 23k. I've actually got Footbin up here so I can look up these player prices. I'm just doing this to start off the stream, just so we can wait for a few viewers to get in here. So yeah, I should be able to sell him hopefully for about 23k there, making a few coins. I'm not sure how much cards like Star are, random ones that aren't from the Premier League and that aren't Belgian. Some of them may go for a good amount. He's going for about 19k, so we can bear that in mind. These Frasers, I'm going to quickly check just to find out what the exact lowest by now is. I know a lot of people will be like panic selling these cards, listing loads of them up, but he's going for about 20k. So I'm just going to list these for around that 20k mark, and I've got one in my club. I'll keep one for a long time, and he'll probably rise up. But I'm just going to list these types of cards here for a few thousand coins more than what he's selling for, and then hopefully we can get those sold on pretty fast. And then just random cards, I'm going to check like maybe Andre Silva, for example, find out what cards like that are going for potentially. Just the random kind of discard cards. He's going for 12k. I got him for 10, and then Lala, who's another card down here, is currently going for 13. So we're not going to sell him. I don't think you need ones to watch, guys, but I'll just check in case you do. How much is someone like Golovin going for? I don't think you do need any ones to watches though, for anything in this SBC. Yeah, he's going for like 13k, so nothing there. But what we're going to do is get on into some Foot Champions games today. Haven't really warmed up much, but I don't want to play loads and loads of games today, so I'm just going to get straight on in, and we can start off in there. Should you buy Lampard or the baby Lampard or the middle version? Well, the middle version's obviously better. I assume it's better. So if you have the coins, I'd get that version. I'm not sure how good Jared is on this game, but yeah, I'd probably get that one. What is my real name? It's Elias. Is Benatia a good card? I think he is. I've not used him, but he does look quite good. Shay Thompson, welcome to the stream. You did Hazard, says Navy Sissy. Did you actually? I think he's about 700k as of right now, so really, really expensive. I'm not sure how that price will change in the future. But this is the Foot Champions team. In-game, I swap to a 4-1-2-1-2 second variation, and I bring Kondogbia in for Oxlade-Chamberlain. He goes in at CDM. Fred and Herrera make up the midfield, with Zaha in at cam, Lucas and Rashford up front, and then I stick with his defence. And Farman, I know he's a non-rare, but he is so good. He's the best keeper I've used. He's 6'6", he has the save with the feet trait, and he's just so good. I think as finesse shots from outside the box are really OP this year, height is important, and Farman has got that in abundance, being 6'6", one of the tallest keepers on the game. Is my name Elias? Yeah, it is Elias Lerang. We've got the same name. Kieran Stevens, welcome to the stream as well. How much did my team cost me? Let's see. So about 14k, although he's now about 19. 5k, 1k, 900 coins, 6k, although he's now a little bit cheaper. 1.8, 21. 2.4. Rashford is about 20, I think, just under there, 19. Zaha 5, and Lucas cost me about 40k. So probably looking at around about 100,000 coins. So for 100k, this team is really, really good. It's maybe a little bit more, maybe about 120. Then Kondogbia cost me 14, and he obviously comes off the bench into the squad. I've got Freddie Guarin as well, who's a beast. I use him off the bench quite a lot too. And then I've got Forrest and a couple of these Champions League cards as well that I bring in. Ben plays FIFA. Welcome to the stream. So this is the team. We're going to swap in game. I'll show you guys when we get in game, really. I've made sure we've got like full fitness and everything. Can I compare the baby and middle version of Lampard? No, not right now, because I'm playing for Champions, but I mean, you can just look concept squads, footbin, whatever, and you should be good. I mean, what I'm really looking for is I'm fine with like a 50% win-loss ratio here. So we win half the games, lose half the games, we should be good. So this guy's got a decent hybrid, some really good players in there. Gabriel Jesus, Fabinho, Martial, Lacazette. A lot of kind of meta players, Van Dijk in there too. It's a good team. Could use Red King and Zaha and Rashford. Yeah, that could be decent. Good luck for the weekend league. Thanks, man. Zach Wright, welcome to the stream. Senor Verderana too, welcome to the stream. So I go defensive in game. It isn't actually going defensive. I've just set my defensive custom tactic to the 4-1-2-1-2, and I've got like my normal kind of default things there. So it's not like a defensive playstyle really. It's just default set to the 4-1-2-1-2. Basically, so it means I don't have to change in game, although I do have to make one change in game. That just reminded me, this guy seems quite good, and that is bringing on Kondogbia in game, which I'll do right now for Oxlade-Chamberlain, and you guys will see the team as well. This is how it looks in game, and it is quite well thought out. If I bring Kondogbia in there, I've got Fred, who's left-footed on the right, Herrera on the left, right-footed, so for the finesse shots across goal, you've got them in there. Two pacey centre-backs, good full-backs, solid CDM, well-rounded centre-mids, attacking midfielder, and strike force with lots of pace. So it's a solid team. Who's the best player to invest in that's under 50k? There isn't like one set player that's really good to invest in, but if you look at my Team of the Week investment video that I did 2 days ago, pick up some of the players from that, and you should be good to go. We've just passed the 100 viewer mark on the stream, which is pretty cool, especially considering I'm streaming when a lot of people will probably be at school. But yeah, I think, is that my throw-in? I'm not sure. Yeah, it is my throw-in. So it's going to be a tough weekend league, this one, I think. I mean, especially to get started. What generally happens is I go through streaks of form. Like last weekend league, I went on like a 4 or 5 game losing streak at one point. I then won 7 games in a row that got me up considerably from where I had been. And yeah, I really kind of change, and it just depends. Like sometimes I play really, really well, and sometimes I play awfully. Like I'm good if I play well, and I can beat a lot of people, but I'm like a gold 1 player when I'm good, and then I'm like a bronze player when I'm bad, and I'm just not very consistent. That's the issue with you. With me, rather. Someone just said they might get ones to watch Richarlison, which is why I said you for some reason. But yeah, Richarlison is a good investment if you can get him about 25k or so on Xbox. I'm not sure what he goes for on PlayStation. But yeah, he like, don't buy him now. He's about 30k, I think. I'd wait a little bit to get him. Okay, so I'm not sure. Oh, this guy's doing a short free kick. That's a great challenge, and we've got Zaha on the break. I forgot. I'm using, basically, for those of you who don't know, I've got 2 controllers. One of them makes me do really weird touches, like I just did there, because the left stick's broken. So sometimes it just randomly makes me take a really heavy touch or start running in a certain direction. And my other controller has a broken LB button, which means it's really annoying to switch players, and it makes it very, very hard to defend with. So I'm using the controller, which means I sometimes take weird touches. So if I do, that is why. It's not ideal, but I've got two different controllers, and both of them are broken in different ways. How much money did I make off my last video? What do you like, money on FIFA or real money? Or which video? If it's my Foot Champions video, I made like 70k off it. If you're talking about real money, I made like £3 off it. So yeah, not much either way. Well, it was good in terms of Ultimate Team. We got some good coins back from it there. Good save keeper. But yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about with that. 11k for a Spina. Yeah, that's a good investment. I just try and snipe him though and get him for 10. If you see someone going for that. Ospina's a really good investment. Delete's a really good investment. Barkley's good. King's good. Like, there's loads of good investments in this Team of the Week. Just check out my video on it, and I go into a lot more detail explaining why each player's a good investment. We've got a man through on goal here with Rashford. I'm going to square that to the back post. It's a good block. Can still pressure him. I thought the keeper was about to roll into his own net. Is ones to watch Felipe Anderson a good investment? No, not really. I wouldn't say so. I mean, there are definitely better investments. And buying him now, like, don't buy any ones to watch players now. The only time you buy ones to watch players is if they either get injured or they play badly, because that's when their price suddenly drops, and then it rises up again when they're either fit or when they're playing. So yeah, always buy ones to watch players after they've played and had a bad game. That's always the best time to buy. 100%. He's going to score here. He does. You snipe Navas for 8.5k. That's not too bad. Nice one. Yeah, I wouldn't really say Felipe Anderson's a good investment right now. Son or Felipe Anderson? In-game, I definitely say Son. How long should you wait to sell the informs? Just wait till they rise in price, really. Like, there's not a set, like, it depends on the player. It depends, like, I can't read the future. There might be an SBC that requires, like, 11 informs in the next player of the month or something. Or there might be, like, I don't know. It's hard to predict, but they definitely will rise at some point in the future. And with discard price investing, you can't lose out, so it's a very safe way of making coins. I'm just going to try and focus more on the game rather than constantly reading the chat. I'll read the chat at half-time and stuff, but it does make it a lot harder to play. Obviously, if I'm looking at the chat all the time. But I did want to stream these games because I had a few requests on my last video to do so. Finesse shot. Hit that. Finesse shots outside the box are so OP this year. I'm not sure why. Like, a finesse shot in the area is less effective than outside the area. Just for some reason, if it's outside the area, it just goes in. Come on, keeper. Good save. Good save. That was he had to come in and make the save there. Farman is so good at making those close range saves though, because he's so big. Like, he's 6'6", one of the tallest keepers, I think. One of the tallest players just in general in the game. So he's always there. Allen or inform Lucas Leiva? I'd say Allen. He's cheaper, and Lucas Leiva's quite slow. Although pace isn't the be-all and end-all this year, it's still important. This guy is a good player, but he is leaving me chances. Like, he's a better player than me, that's for sure. But I have still managed to get a few chances through on goal against him, so it's only a matter of time till we can hopefully get a goal back. 1-0 is a very easy score to come back from. I mean, I've choked. Like, I choked a 3-0 lead at one point with about 20 minutes to go last FUT Champions. That's one of the reasons my LB button doesn't work anymore, as well as all the other games that I ended up losing. This guy's got a good team though, and he's got a lot of pace, which is worrying on the counter. Like, he's got Cuadrado, Martial, Lacazette. It's a good challenge. Just going to get it out of the defence when it's bouncing about here. The thing I lack in this team, the only thing I'd say I lack is like a target man up front. Both my strikers, Rashford and Lucas, are quite similar players. Like, they're both quick, good dribblers, agile. Neither of them are like that strong or that good in the air. I think Rashford's 6 foot. Wow. Don't know how my keeper didn't catch that. I think Rashford's 6'1" or 6 foot, but he doesn't win headers. Like, he can't jump. How do I play without LB? LB does work, but you just have to press it down really hard, and like, it doesn't swap that often. But that's why I'm using this controller, which is why I sometimes take really weird touches, because the left stick on this controller is broken. As long as we don't lose like 3 or 4 of our first games in a row, I'm happy. I'm always going to start off rusty, and then I just rely on like getting into a good streak of form at some point, and then I get back in. If you win 15 matches, what do you get? You get gold 3, I believe. You bought one Swatch Higuain for 149k. Do I think he'll go back to 200k? He'll go back up when he scores 2 goals, or I guess a hat trick, or just does something worthy of getting an inform. So he will do that at some point throughout the season, as he is a good player. Get on Arnautovic. I could get on Arnautovic, but I think there are better target man strikers I could get. I'm not sure. I could get. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Premier League player, because I could just sub them on in game. Really, like, I could get someone like Ibrahimovic, who I think I have him in my club. I used him as an impact sub last weekend league, but it just made me like resort to crossing. I was playing a bit differently last weekend. I was using the 4-3-2-1 as opposed to what I'm using now, which is obviously the what's it called? 4-1-2-1-2 second variation, which everyone says is the best formation, so that's why I'm giving it a go. It's better defensively because you've got that CDM, which lacks with the other formation. What's annoying me is the touches these players take though. Sometimes, like, they just take either a really heavy touch, which I don't want them to do, or they take like a really, really close touch and it doesn't get the ball out of their feet. Like, it's quite hard to control the touches this year. That's one of the things that annoys me on this game. But apart from that, I actually really like the gameplay. I think on the whole, defending is a little bit weird. Like I don't know. It's quite tricky to defend this year, but it's quite AI based. Like it's not all kind of manual. It's a lot of the computer doing the defending for you. When should you sell hazard investments? Depending which types of investments they are. I sold some of mine in the hype, and then I've sold a lot of them now. With Player of the Month, it's really easy to make investments, like with like high-rated Premier League players and stuff. And those types of cards, I never sell in the hype. Like I see loads of people saying always sell in the hype, always sell in the hype, but a lot of the time you can make a lot more profit. Like the cards don't really rise up that much in the hype unless it's like certain types of players. So like informs, people were selling like inform jackers and stuff, panic selling them all like for about 18k, and now they've gone up to like 25k. As soon as the SBC's out, like my inform phrases have gone from being like 17k to about 20k, and he dropped down. I saw him go for like 15k or so at some point last night, as a lot of people were selling in the hype. For some reason, I always play better when I go like all out attack. I'm not sure why. Like normally around this kind of time of the game, I just go really attacking. I'm gonna go attacking until like the 70th minute. But basically my all out attack strategy, I've set it in game to a 4. I think it's a 4-2-4 with everyone on stay forward and constant pressure. And I don't know why. Like that shouldn't work, but it just works so well. I get destroyed on the counter, but as long as I like get a few chances, I typically score a few goals with it. So I always go to that around like the 75th minute or so if I'm losing. And it's just so hard to defend against because I have my entire team just pushing forwards constantly. So that's definitely something worth trying out. Like look through all your custom tactics and player instructions and everything, and make like different teams for different scenarios with your different work rates. So have like a really attacking one. Am I gonna do a video on the Hazard SBC? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm not gonna do the SBC itself. So for that reason, I won't be. Have you guys got any good suggestions for a potential like target man striker that I could use? Doesn't necessarily have to be in the Premier League. It could just be a player that I sub on, depending how the game goes. This is the issue of using this formation, the 4-2-4. Good save. Especially when you have everyone on stay forwards, is you get countered on very easily. Like it's so easy to counter against. But yeah, also the slight issue, you basically don't have a midfield. I have, I think, 8 players. No, not 8 players. Good save again. I have 6 players all on all out attack. Like staying forwards, getting right in there. That's got to be a foul. How is that not a foul? It is a foul. Muscabita, welcome to the stream. How's it going? You've got Premier League informs and high-rated players. I think I've started selling a lot of mine now. I've listed them up, but I've basically I'm selling like Fraser, who's going for 20k, for 22k or 21k. I'm just listing cards a little more than what they're worth, just in the off chance that not panic sellers, like lazy buyers will like buy those cards without really checking the price too much. But also I have sold a few cards just for what they sell for, just to get to hopefully get rid of them as soon as possible. Is Depay a target man? I'm not sure. How tall is Depay? I'm looking for like a 6'1", 6'2" plus kind of player. Ibrahimovic is 6'5", but he's a little bit slow, so he just gets lost out on the counter. Talking of counters, we've got one here, and I'm going to play this across the box. Those balls are always so hard to deal with. When you play it, it's like an RB and X cross, and like they're so hard to defend against. Lacazette's through. That's some good defending. Balotelli could be a decent one. I need to work on my passing, always in a hurry. Yeah, it's weird because when I play really well, I don't rush my passing. I like build up really slowly, but I just rarely do that. Like I can play like that, and when I go on my win streaks, I do. But then I panic. I don't know why. Especially when I play someone better than me, I'm like this. Look, I'm always just trying to play it forwards. And I'm not that patient on the ball. When I play someone who's like on my level or worse than me, then I play well like that. When I'm playing someone better than me, I normally just panic and don't pass the ball that slowly. I don't play as well when I play a good person. Obviously, you'd expect that, but it's just I don't play as well as I can. Like, it's not even them being really good. It's just me not playing as well. But yeah, normally I pass it quite slowly. I'm moving about in the midfield a lot, just like trying to create space and movement and stuff. I'm not sure. But yeah, if you guys have any, like from watching me play, if you're a good player, which I'm not, if you have any tips that could potentially improve my gameplay, let me know. what I generally find happens is I lose the first half of games and then claw it back or lose in the second half. I claw it back or draw in the second half. I don't normally lose like in the second half. I concede most of the goals I do concede in the first half, and then I kind of grow into the game as it goes along, and then I typically score the majority of my goals in the second half. I'm not sure why. Herrera's out wide for some reason. I think it's because of this formation. But yeah, this first game looks like it. Oh, we could have got through there. First game looks like we're going to be taking L, but I think just to get on into the weekend league, this is my first game of the day, so it's got me like more into the mindset. So I'm thinking I need to maybe bring in because the issue with the team is I don't have like a plan B. I don't have a target man striker. So what I want is someone tall, someone who can definitely do a job in that target man role, but not necessarily starting. Someone I can just bring off the bench. I have sold that Yarmolenko there for 23k, so that's one of my weekend league ones gone. Don't defend me with centre backs. Yeah, that's what I keep. I always see videos and it's always like says defending with the midfielders drop back, and I know to do that, and then I just don't do it. It's annoying. Like I know I can play well, and then I just don't play well. Like I can play better than I am. What I'm looking for, I'm just looking really through strikers, seeing if there's someone maybe, I don't know, someone tall, 6'1". Yeah, I need practice. I definitely do need practice. That's for sure. Okay, so Zaha's my striker at the moment. He's just kind of in there though. I mean, I could use Giroud, but he's just a bit too slow. How tall's Morata? 6'2". With 86 heading accuracy, 84 jumping. I'm thinking we could use Morata. You've got a lot. What's his jumping? Arnautovic is 6'4". 84 jumping, 86 heading accuracy. So that's the main things there. Arnautovic is slower, so obviously it's going to be harder to get into those positions. Antonio's always been good in the air. He's quite small, but he has good jumping and heading. Giroud was obviously... I think Giroud's got crazy stats for that, but Giroud's just too slow. I think Giroud wouldn't get into the positions I need. Vardy doesn't really have the target man kind of ability that I want. How's Lacazette this year? How's Lacazette? I'm thinking Arnautovic could be good, though. Arnautovic does lack the heading accuracy and jumping, but he's 6'4", so do you really even need that? Don't put myself down. That was a good player. Yeah, thanks, man. He was a good player, I think. Yeah, he was. He was better than me, but I just felt like, yeah, I lost the first half, but then into the second half, like it was more of an evenly matched game, and it always seems to be like that. I always like lose early on, and then I get the hang more of my opponent. I'm not sure if that's like concentration or what. Cavani's quite a good tall player, yeah. Inform Mandzukic, Actually, Mandzukic, how much is his inform? Because Mandzukic is sick in the air, like, as a lot of you guys will know. He's 6'3", 87 jumping, 96. Here we go. We've got our target man striker. We've got the target man striker. I mean, 96 heading accuracy was that. That's crazy. I don't want this version of him. Where's his inform? I'm not sure how much this inform is, but yeah, Kieran Stevens. I'll show you my my tactics in a minute. Am I playing? Yeah, I am. I'm just quickly buying a super sub. Should use the silver player method from Premier League to make coins till about 10k. Yeah, that's a good one to start with. I'm actually going to do a video very soon on how to trade from 1k to 100k, which is a video I've done the past 3 years and always seems to be really, really popular with you guys. Like, I think that's maybe the most viewed video on my channel, and every year, like, it just seems to be like loads of people want to watch those videos. Not sure why, but I'll definitely do one of those. He is relatively slow, but you don't need pace that much on this game. Look, if I go with one of these ones with a Hunter Chem style on, that pace is boosted up loads, and he's got he's got 94 attack positioning, 96 heading accuracy, 86 jumping, and he's 6'3". So he has all the attributes you want really for a striker, or as a target man really. So I'll use him on the bench, and he's definitely someone I can bring on. I may even bring. Like, I'll see really what my opponent's got. If I see I'm coming up against a team maybe with like someone like Nacho Fernandez and Mark Bartra, like someone with really small centre backs, I'll probably just bring him straight into the game. But yeah, I'll see really, because I've got Rashford. Rashford's good, but I find Rashford does get bullied quite a lot. Like, he does have decent strength, but he's not like He's not super strong. He does seem to get bullied a fair amount. Taylor Denny, okay, I'll see you later, dude. But here we go. That's the first game done. As long as we can get one win out the first 3 games, I'll be happy with that, and then I'll kind of grow into it more. And I'm looking to get 14 wins. That's the target. The point is, the more you give your opponent the ball, the more chance he gets to attack. Yeah, build up slowly. That's what I need to do. Did I get anything from the stream yesterday? No, I didn't. I tried to get the red headband to resell, but it sold out in 6 seconds, and I checked out in 8 seconds, which I managed to get. This guy's got a decent team. I managed to get the Comme des Garçons t-shirt, the Supreme's Comme des Garçons one, and that was manual. I got that in like 10 seconds, but then the headband sold out way too fast. His shooting sick. Yeah, that's what I want, really. I just want someone who's good up front. But this guy's got 3 at the back, which isn't a formation I've really played against this year. Also, I just noticed my webcam isn't really that straight. But yeah, I haven't really played against this formation this year, so I'm not sure how my formation will counter it. I'm thinking maybe playing more out wide with my... I need to quickly take him off there, but... I'm thinking more kind of exploiting the fact he doesn't have fullbacks, given that he's got Bernard, and I'm not sure who his right mid is, but he's got not defensive like wingers. Like you see a lot of people using the 3-5-2 with defensive wingers or like well-rounded wingers who can drop back, like Bruno Perez, for example, people that have good defending, and they set them to get back on the defense. But what I have here, I should hopefully be able to exploit that, because Bernard is like the opposite of a defensive player. He's so weak. He's tiny. But yeah, I'm just going to go more with that possession-based style of play, and I've got a formation that does suit that, as I've got a lot of triangles that conform with it. How do you buy it that quick? I use an autofill extension, so it remembers like all my card details and stuff. I pressed X there and didn't pass it, but I'm also trying to focus more on defending with my fullbacks. So not my fullbacks, defending with my midfield. That's definitely something I need to focus on. And just keeping possession more, because yeah, as someone did say, I'm not sure who, someone said in my chat, like if I have the ball, my opponent's not going to score. That is a great ball to Zaha as well, with a finesse shot, and it is wide of the post. Should have scored there. I really should have. Finishing, I'm not that consistent with. Like finesse shots, I don't know. Finesse shots generally seem to work quite well, but that time didn't at all. But like typically, I can score from outside the box quite well with finesse shots and stuff. But inside the penalty area, I just sometimes miss really easy chances like that. I don't really go for timed finishing that much unless it's for like a long shot, just because often like I score without doing timed finishing, and if I get timed finishing wrong, which I often do because I've not mastered it fully, I end up missing the chance completely. So I'd rather just like take the shot and hope that it goes in. But with this formation here, I can quickly hit people on the counter, which is, I guess, why I go for those like faster kind of forward balls. But yeah, I do need to keep hold of possession just a little bit more, because typically I have less possession in most games I play, which isn't really what you want. I'm going to try and exploit this space out wide with this guy, because he doesn't have wingers, so I can just play around them really easily. And that's actually going to really play into my hands when I start crossing it, because he's not really going to be able to get across and block the cross. Bicycle kick, what a goal! The first goal of Foot Champions this week, and it is a screamer from whoever this guy is. I don't know. Who is number 19? I'm trying to think. Is that Kondogbia? I think that might be Kondogbia. That is a banger. It is Kondogbia, his first goal for the club. I've only used him for two games so far, and that is a screamer. Let's just look at the replay of that. Look at this. Let's just see the replay. They fixed replay. Oh, I was going to say they fixed replays so you can see them, but apparently not. There used to be, well, apparently there still is a glitch where like you couldn't see the replays of your goal, and that happened there as well. But that was a sick goal. The bicycle kick, and we've got a chance right now to get through and get another one. I'm going to just keep hold of the ball a little bit more with Rashford. I definitely feel I'm getting into this game more as I say that I then give the ball away, but we defend against that nicely. And I'm definitely keeping hold of the ball a lot more, which is what I want. Chris May, welcome to the stream. What's going on, man? Have you got FIFA 19 yet or not? I know you've got the new COD whenever that comes out. That's the first goal though, of this weekend league, and I think I've got the beating of this guy. I don't want to say that too early, but I've been able to defend against everything so far, and I just feel more comfortable in this game with passing and everything. I think I've also got the option of bringing on Mandzukic, which is definitely something I'll do later on. Inform Mandzukic will do bits against this guy's defense because he doesn't have fullbacks, which, as you guys can see here, I can exploit that space anyway. And I've still got like Rashford sick in the air. Rashford's 6'1", so he still gets a few goals from crosses. Rashford is actually really good this year. They've boosted him a lot. I've never really used Rashford in the past because he doesn't have that good shooting. Like, he's got decent shooting. It's like mid-70s, but now he has, I think, 81 or something, and he's got decent physical too. So Rashford, he reminds me a lot of Martial, but he's just a little bit cheaper than Martial. Good challenge. I need to just make sure I keep hold of the possession more. That's the main thing I think I've learned from those earlier games. Not a rebound. Oh my god, that is lucky. It would have been lucky if he'd scored because it was off a rebound, but it would have been lucky. Well, it was lucky that I didn't concede as well, I guess, because that went off the bar. Luck all round. He's got back into the game a little more, but as he commits more men forwards, it means I can then counter a lot easier. And he's got so many people forward. He then just doesn't have anyone defensively, so I can just keep crossing it. Yeah, when I'm trying to secure the win, that's when Mandzukic can come on. He can also hold up the play really effectively, Mandzukic. I was just making sure that I was on defensive because basically I've set when I go to defensive, I keep the same like custom tactics and stuff as my balance play. I'm not like going defensive, but it swaps my formation to the 4-1-2-1-2. The second variation, just because I prefer that to the 4-3-2-1, but I can't fit my team into that in game because I have Player of the Month Lucas, who's obviously a left forward who I want to fit in, and then also I've got Rashford who I fit in. So what I'm doing at the moment is using Rashford and Lucas as my strikers, and then Zaha's in behind. But what I'll probably do is bring off. I'll probably bring Rashford off just because Lucas is a better player than him. When it comes to bringing Mandzukic on. But then I've also got a more defensive-minded one. If I go ultra-defensive, I've got 4-2-3-1, which I can swap to, obviously with the 2 CDMs. And that would probably suit a crossing style of play a little bit more. But yeah, this guy's not really posed too much of a threat this half, apart from that chance that came off the bar following the rebound. But if we can, I always seem to concede, like, towards the end of the half, I came close there just because I don't stop concentrating. I just lose a little bit of concentration, and then that's when I often end up conceding. Or after I've scored, that's when most of the goals I concede come from. But as you guys can see, this guy commits so many people forwards on his attacks. There's just loads and loads of space to get into. Every single time I counter on him, which I think I might go ultra defensive a little bit earlier just to swap to that formation. And also it's obviously going to make me better defensively. So good save there. Just gonna smash that up and hopefully just get into the second half. We'll get in at half time, and then I'm thinking bringing Mandzukic on and swapping Rashford. What is happening there? I meant to pass that back to my keeper. I'm thinking of putting Rashford and Lucas out wide. I'll take Zaha off, or maybe play Zaha at cam, and I'll then bring Mandzukic in up front. Good challenge. What a sliding tackle that was. And what a save as well. Farman has been sick. Do I know if there's footy tonight? There should be. Almost certainly there will be. I'll let you know if there is. If you mean footy like on the Astro with the borders. There's England are playing as well. How old am I? I'm 18. I'm just going through the chat seeing what's happening now. Why does everyone play centre mids at strikers? It's normally for chemistry. So yeah, basically I just bought him off the market because I use him off the bench anyway, so I don't really mind. But what I'm thinking of doing now is swapping. What do you guys think? Because this guy is very attacking, so I want to play counter-attacking, so I'm going to go ultra-defensive. It's not that defensive, but it's a different formation basically. I haven't changed my custom tactics that much. I basically just changed my What do I do here? I think I can take Fred off actually, and this will make sense in game. Wait and see. But basically, because he's attacking a lot with the 3-5-2, if I swap to a more defensive formation, I can quickly counter that. I've gone ultra defensive, as you guys can see here, and that swaps to this formation, which this is really cool on the new FIFA. Like, you can change your custom tactics very easily in game. So I think that's going to work a lot better now because I've got Mandzukic as the target man, and I didn't have wingers with that previous formation, which doesn't allow me to really exploit this guy as well as I could, because he doesn't have the fullbacks, which I can now hopefully take advantage of, because I've got more players out wide. I can spread the play a little bit more going forwards, and then I've got a target man striker. That's the plan anyway. So in theory, this should work better. And it's working quite well already, as we've got a good chance through with Rashford up against Willian. I can get that cross in to the back post, and Lucas is in there. There we go, 2-0. Within about 3 minutes of changing the team up, we've already got a goal. That is what I wanted to do. I wanted to just play the ball out wide more and focus on crossing it, because he's got Marquinhos and Miranda, who are quite small, kind of weak centre-backs. I think Thiago Silva's only 6 foot as well, so he doesn't have that big centre-back, so I can dominate them there. But I've got Mandzukic, who, I mean, whoever he's playing against. Mandzukic, I'm not sure if it hit him or Ronaldo, or maybe closer. Probably they're the 3 best players in the air on this game, because Mandzukic has, I think, 96 heading accuracy, crazy jumping stats too, and like all round just a crazy card. But right here I'm focusing more on counter-attacking, because this guy now is going to go more probably towards like attacking or even ultra-attacking, and just commit more and more people forwards, which is going to make it easier to play against and just play right into my hands. So tactically, I think tactics are such a key part of the game, because you can be an average player like me and beat a good player, having good tactics. If you're a good player but you can't use tactics, you can get beaten by like an average player who does know how to use tactics. It's such an important part of this game, just like being able to exploit your opponent's formation and their weaknesses and stuff. And you can change so much in game as well, which is a really cool thing about this game. It's one of my favorite parts of FIFA 19. It makes it a lot more tactical and just interesting, really, in game. It's not just you playing the game; it's also you changing and adapting throughout the game with your tactics. But keeping the ball is something I do need to work on, and in this game I have been able to do that more. I think I had 61% possession at half time. I'm aiming to get above 60% in most of my games, unless I'm playing against a really good player. That's going to be a goal. I tackled my own player. I tackled my own defender as I was running in. How is Matic faster than Ronaldo? He isn't, I don't think. Is Inform Neto worth keeping or selling? Depends how much he's gone up. If he's gone up by about 10k or so, I'd sell him. If not, keep hold of him, because he will go up. But with Player of the Month I'd expect he will. But regardless of conceding a goal, we're still in the lead. And with this guy now being even closer to me, he's probably gonna go ultra attacking, and that's gonna play into my favour more. I tried to cancel that pass by doing a fake shot. I realised he's straight offside, and then I'd passed it already. It was too late. But given I'm playing quite defensively now, I'm going to be harder to break down anyway. Did that guy do a scorpion kick pass? It looked like it. You can do the passes and stuff you can do in this game are really. There's loads of new types of passes. You can do bicycle kick passes and stuff happen all the time. Pretty crazy. Definitely not something you see in real life, but it's more fun. I need to watch out, though, because this guy, I think he has gone a lot more attacking now, so he is getting more people forwards. What's happened here? Don't say that's a penalty. No, it's a free kick. I'm not entirely sure why. We'll roll with it. Get someone on the line. I think the person on the line just blocked that. That was... I don't know if the keeper had that covered, but that was last ditch. As was that. This is going to be a tough ending to the game, but hopefully it'll be entertaining for you guys to watch. Get that clear. I've just got Mandzukic, who has barely touched the ball, who I can just smash the ball into, and hopefully he can get a knock on or control it and bring it down and bring people into play, really. That's what I'm aiming to do. Good challenge there. I think it's offside. It is offside. You were caught in front of Matic running Ronaldo, and he caught up and tackled you. With those big players like Matic, I think Matic is 6'4" or something. They're just so big. If you get near them, they're very hard to get past because they're so strong. So and physicality and strength is such a key part of this game. And I don't think Ronaldo has that good balance. Ronaldo apparently isn't as good this year as he has been in the past. And Messi's definitely become better this year. The gameplay suits. You'd imagine it would suit Ronaldo. I didn't mean to do that. That was meant to go in the other direction. I meant to clear that in that direction. I think that's the dodgy left trigger or left stick that I was mentioning earlier, which comes from me smashing this controller on my desk a lot last year. Even though I didn't even play for Champions that much last year, I literally played like 2 weekend leagues. Whereas this year, I'm definitely looking to play a lot more. I'm gonna try and play almost every weekend. I'm not gonna play every weekend just because I will be busy at some points, but I'll try and make the time. That is some great play, Rashford. There we go, 3-1. What a finish from Marcus Rashford. What a team goal as well. The interplay, the passing, was really nice there. And Rashford with a tidy finish into the bottom corner. That was a driven finesse shot, and I don't think any keeper was saving that. Who's the best player I've used so far? I'd probably say Leon Goretzka. Lucas is really good. Player of the month, Lucas is sick, but Goretzka is very good. And it's a pity I'm not using him here. I bought him. I've played about 120 games with Goretzka. The majority of my games this year have been with him. But I bought him before the ones to watch as an investment for about 20k. I sold him for 45k. So I made double my money back on him. Played 100 games with him or so, and I scored about 60 goals as a centre mid, which is crazy. This guy is now just I can break through him really because he's going to go very attacking, and hopefully I won't choke this game now. I need to get back and defend with my midfielders more. I'm just working on like. Luckily, there are some good players, like elite level players in the chat who have offered me like tips and stuff, which is always useful. Like I know a lot of the things to play better, I just don't do them, so it's always good having people reminding me, and then I'll try and apply those to my game more. But now I'm able to exploit the space more, especially out wide. And then we've got Mandzukic in the middle, in there with a header. We've got a corner. Do I use time finishing? Not really that much. I use it for long shots, but inside the penalty area, I don't really risk it. I just go for a normal shot because it's kind of like a risk and a reward type of shot. Like if you get it wrong, which I do probably about 30% of the time, I'd say, there's no way of it going in. Whereas if you like just do a normal shot, you have a good chance of it going in anyway. So unless it's a long shot, I don't normally go for it as a general rule of thumb. Let's just not choke this lead. Good challenge. Defending is something I've definitely got better at this year. Last year I was awful at defending. I don't know how I've got better this year compared to last year all of a sudden, but I just find it easier this year. And defending is something a lot of people have found harder. But I find defending is probably one of the things I'm best at this year. But it depends. Like sometimes I'm awful at defending and just slide in everywhere. But when I'm in like a mood where I'm concentrating more, which I think streaming's good for because I'm fully focused here on FIFA, whereas often last time I played Weekend League, I was watching Narcos throughout most of the time. Good ball into the back post, win that. I didn't know what was happening there. I couldn't see the ball. But it looks like we've got our first win. I'm not going to count the games we've won before they've hatched. That I don't think that saying is going to catch on, but we have literally like 20 seconds left. I'm going to swing that in. Can we get a final goal? Sliding in with Zaha, we can't, but that's probably going to be the final whistle. There we go. There we go. First win of the Weekend League. We're 1-1, and I mean, if I can keep that ratio up throughout this weekend, I'll be happy with that. We'll get into gold 3, which is the goal. Kondogbia picked up man of the match with that bicycle kick. Rashford with a 9.2. Fred with a 7.2. Fred's really good this year, actually. Zaha with the 2 assists, which is always good. Kondogbia and Rashford with the goals. And who else got a goal? Lucas with the other one. Do I play on Xbox One? Yeah, I do. No, I haven't had any problems with it this year. There we go. So we had less shots, considerably less shots on target. But I had 3 shots on target and scored all of them. So I was pretty clinical with those, and we did dominate in terms of possession. So that was like a perfectly perfectly played game plan. Really, that's exactly what I wanted to do, and I pulled it off. So I'm pleased with that. That guy was a decent player, and we managed to beat him. You seem to be able to play and read the chat better than you can just play. It's tricky. I definitely can't fully read the chat and concentrate on it. But I find I actually concentrate better on the game when I'm like talking about something at the same time as playing, which is weird. It shouldn't probably be like that, but for some reason I actually can. Get Son. Son could be good. Yeah, Son, I'm not sure how much he is, but I'm loving Rashford so far. Rashford's really good this year. He was sick for sick in that game. He got 9.2, really nice goal. I should use Lewandowski and Koeman. That's a shout. How much is Lewandowski? Koeman's really good. I used him earlier on. Is Neymar good? Yeah, I've used Neymar. He was sick. I used last Weekend League. I used a lot of loan players. I used up all my loans really. I used Mbappe as a striker with Neymar early on, linking them into Fred. Son is 70k. I'm not sure. I might give Son a go, but I'm enjoying the team how it is really at the moment using Rashford. Rashford's got a little bit more pace and like agility, and I play quite counter-attacking typically, so that generally seems to suit me. I think the key is just not to concede early, which I'm probably going to do right now. The key is not to concede a goal early on, because if I take control of the game and I'm in the driving seat, like if I get the lead, then I typically manage to keep it, because that's when I can then go to like a more defensive counter-attacking style of play, and then it plays into my hand. So the first goal is always so important to get. And the issue with me is I don't really like start games that well. I always seem to get better as the game progresses, but I never really start like that well. But I'm hoping, fingers crossed, this game here we can nab an early goal or get in at half time with the scores level. I think that's my goal, just to not lose the first half of the games, because typically I always end up coming out either on top or like level in the second half. I'm not sure why. Maybe I don't know. Maybe my opponents lose concentration in the second half. I don't know. But that's just something I've always seemed to notice. Also, how did the game just pause there? Because the ball didn't go out of play. That's really weird. I thought the ball had to go out of play to pause the game. But we're going to bring Kondogbia in, who was man of the match in the last game. He's really, really good. Lewandowski is 150k. I might give him a go. I could easily afford that once I've sold some of my Player of the Month investments, which are currently selling. We sold that Yarmolenko earlier. We've got a load of informed phrases to sell, which I'm making 10k back on each of them, so we'll be able to make. I think that I did an investment video on the first team of the week, showing you guys players to invest in, and I think we're already up. Like, I've made about 60k profit on 6 informed phrases, and they all cost me discard price, and they're going for double that now. Bale or Mbappe? I would personally say Mbappe. I haven't used Bale, but I know a lot of people swear by Mbappe this year. I've personally used Mbappe quite significantly. Quite extensively, I mean, with Neymar. I used him as a right forward, as a striker. So right forward, but I played him striker in game, and he was so good. Like, it's just his sheer pace. He's so hard to deal with. He's just a handful for defenders. Just like Rashford can hopefully be now, and he isn't. Is that a foul? It is a foul. We have got a free kick on the halfway line. Also, Mbappe, I agree. Mbappe's easier to link into teams, because obviously you can use like Neymar or people. You can also use Pogba, Kante, Matuidi. Like, there's so many good French players, and then linking down into the defense people like Varane. Whereas with Bale, obviously he's Welsh, so you're limited. You have to use like 1 or 2 Real Madrid players, and I think apart from like Benzema's not that good. Obviously, they don't have Ronaldo anymore. Benzema's not that good this year. I used him at the beginning. He was a good target man, but he's not like a weekend league quality player. If you're using someone of the price of Bale, you're probably not using someone like Benzema. Benzema, I was using in a team with like Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. is actually quite good. I used him earlier. Aiden, you're in Corfu and you've still got time to tune in. That's dedication. Loyal fan right there. We're currently 1-1 in the weekend league, and it looks like I'm about to concede a goal here. This guy is definitely a better player than me. But first game, it didn't go well. Second game went really well. Perfectly executed like game plan, and a bicycle kick. And a nice goal from Rashford as well to finish it. 3-1 in that game. And I think the first game was 2-0. This one, I just need to make sure that I don't lose the game in the first half. As long as I keep the game within a goal in the first half, even at like, I'd happily like go in 0-0 at half time. But obviously, if I get a goal, that would be even better. But I generally just seem to close out games better, especially with the custom tactics I've got. I can go defensive and with the 4-3-2-1, and just generally seems to play really well. I didn't mean to do that now. I was just checking if I was on defensive, because when I go to defensive, I've basically just set it so defensive is for 4-1-2-1-2 second variation. It keeps the same custom tactics as my normal formation, so it's not defensive, it's just balanced, but it's just a different formation, and it stops me having to go into my in-game settings and like fully change my formation. And that's a really cool part of this year. Like, all the custom tactics and everything are a lot more customizable, and like they're actually so important. Like, I won that last game because of tactics. Like, I was I'd say I was worse than the guy I was playing, and like he had twice as many shots as me, three times more on target. Yeah, we ended up getting quite a comfortable win against him in the end, and that was pretty much all down to tactics. Like, the formation I was using, which I changed to adapted and countered his really well. Is Player of the Month Hazard worth it? I'd say probably not. He's like 700k right now, which for an untradeable, I think is just too much. You can get his inform for like a similar amount if you want a similar card, but obviously you can sell him, so that like I'd recommend that more than getting his Player of the Month card, because at this stage of the game, like if you've got 700k, that's probably going to be like, if you've got 700k, which most people don't, that's probably going to be like all your coins, which I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't recommend putting all of that onto one big player. I think that's just a little bit too much to spend on an untradeable at this stage of the game. I've forgotten who this guy has at centre back. He does have a good team. He's got Dybala. He has a Serie A team, I believe. That's good defending. But I'm going to try and just hit this guy really on the counter, because he's dominating the game more in terms of possession, which is ideally what I want to do, but I can't play possession really against him. He always seems to just break me down. Am I going to be doing Hazard? No, I won't. I won't be getting player of the month Hazard. That would be like almost all my coins. He's like 700k, and I don't really want to put all that into an untradeable, especially when I already have Lucas, who is a winger who I can use effectively. I know obviously in a different position, but I can just buy someone like Son, or even like Rashford's doing a really good job as it is. So I don't really need to put all those coins into an untradeable. Good ball into the middle on the volley, and I think that wasn't me volleying it. That was my opponent. Pretty risky. Went for a volleyed pass back to the keeper. I was confused there. I was wondering why the keeper had just controlled it like that. I need to make sure. Yeah, that's exactly what I need to do there. Just defending with my midfield is so important this year. It makes it so hard for your opponent to break down. Will prices go down even more? I see prices generally. Wow, that would have been a good goal. That was similar to the one I scored in the first game. I see prices generally going up for the next couple of days because a lot of people are getting coins now. I think Sunday they're probably going to be quite cheap, but Monday people are going to get squad battle rewards, which means prices will go up. A lot of people think when rewards come out, prices go down and there's a market crash, but it doesn't really work that way. It typically seems to mean the market goes up more because that's when people get coins. Yeah, this guy's all over me. More possession, more shots. I need to slow it down. I think what I'm going to do is swap to that defensive formation and just hit him on the counter. So we're going to take Fred off and bring in Mandzukic. And that should mean that in-game, I will swap to ultra defensive. Basically, my ultra defensive is like defensive. It's not. I don't have like a defensive park the bus kind of tactic. All of them are just like. My all-out attack one is just crazy all-out attack. It's 4-2-4 with everyone set on stay forwards, which I'd never really want to go to unless I'm like right at the end of the game and losing. Attacking is basically just like balanced, but in a different formation. It's a 4-3-2-1. Defensive is balanced, but in a 4-1-2-1-2 second variation, which is my go-to. And then this one here is basically defensive. So I use this to close out games, or if I'm playing someone who's significantly better than me, or not even significantly, if they're just better than me, really. And this guy does seem better than me, so I just want to sit back more, have a more a less vulnerable team really in lineup. So now I've got the solidity of having two defensive midfielders, and my players will sit back a little bit more because of that, and it means I can just hit him on the counter more. It is set more to a counter-attacking style of play. I believe I've set this to fast build-up play. So this is all I'm going to try and do. I should have controlled that. This is basically what I'm trying to do. Just hit him on the counter. You played me a few days ago. You won 5-4. No, I won 5-4. You scored a 30-yard free kick with Depay. I remember that game, I think. Did I? I was like, wasn't I like 5-2 or 4-2 up, and then you came right back into the game? I seem to remember that. I remember a really tight game I played. It ended really tightly. I was right up in the lead, and then I thought I'd ended up. Wow, that's just wide of the post. I thought I'd ended up like choking it. I was going to lose. It was right at the end. You came back into it, I believe. Anyway, maybe a different game, but I remember one like that where someone scored a free kick against me. I'm just going to slow it down a little bit. I've got Mandzukic in this target man role. And the good thing about him, because he's so strong and just tall and big, he can hold the ball up really effectively like this and just bring people into play. And then that's going to allow him to then get into space. And yeah, this is what I need to do. Just keep hold of the ball a little bit more. And then if I can get it at the top of the penalty area, I'm going to try and just unleash a shot or something. Use the standing fake shot. It's really effective. Yeah, it is. I need to get out wide more, because crossing is what I need to do with this striker. I just need to take it slowly when I'm in this kind of position here. And then I can just pick out the pass I need. Please get to that, Lucas. Yeah, he does. And then cut it back. Swing that in. Who's in there? There we go. Is that Zaha or Rashford? I don't know. But completely against the run of play. I've had one shot in this game. It's Zaha. And we've got the goal. That is why crossing's just so effective this year. Crossing is very, very good. And if you do that cutback cross where you whip it in, like in the direction I did, so instead of just crossing it normally, I cut back and cross it. For some reason, it always, like, it's really hard to defend against, because you don't expect your opponent to do that. So often you've then, like, got a man free. So the perfect thing now is I've got the formation that's adapted to what I'm playing against, because now it's going to just invite him to attack me, and that's going to lead to just loads more space getting opened up. I can already see that he's gone attacking. He's got more people in the penalty area. And now this is where I can then just hit him on the counter. Zaha's actually really good. I don't know how he's 5k, given he's a 5-star skiller striker in the Premier League with, like, really high pace. Now it's just about being good defensively. Just holding out, really. Got Lucas out wide, but I'm not just going to instantly go forwards. I'm going to try and pick it out and just be clinical, really. Mandzukic in the middle, goes for the header. That was close. That was a bullet header as well. So I think, I don't know if that was Spanish, or if that's like Portuguese or a similar language. It reminds me of Spanish, but I think someone said, am I going to do Hazard? No, I'm not going to do Hazard. Just because 700k for an untradeable at this stage of the year, I think is just too much. Like, last year I fell into the trap of doing loads of untradeable SBCs, and I just had loads of untradeable cards I didn't really use, and I don't want that to happen again this year. That's a nice ball into Mandzukic. I'm going to hold the ball up and just try and play it out wide a little bit more, because I basically, like, obviously if I have the ball, my opponent's not going to be scoring, and at this stage of the game, that's what I just want to have the ball. But now I've got some people in the middle, including Mandzukic and the goal scorer Zaha, so I'm going to cross it in. That's what I'm looking to do. Just hit my opponent on the break, and then just when it's the time's right, go for that clinical shot or cross or whatever. But so far, 1 shot on target is all we've needed. Last game, we needed 3 shots on target to get 3 goals. Being clinical is so important this year, because, like, no matter who you're playing against, you will get chances. You just need to be able to take them. So, like, even if you're a bad player and your opponent dominates you, if you're good at defending and you're quite clinical, then you can still get chances against them. That is not what I wanted to do at all there. Show me the team. Yeah, I'll do that once I finish the game. In game, it changes a lot from what it is like at the beginning. I start in a 4-3-2-1, but swap in game to typically a 4-1-2-1-2 second variation. But at this stage of the game here, when I'm closing out, or if I'm playing a good opponent, which I'm doing here, I swap to the 4-2-3-1, which is more defensive and more counter-attacking. We've got a man out wide there. Mandzukic is in space. I don't know if he's going to rush his keeper out. I'm going to go for the cross into the space for Zaha, which is nice there. I could have got that final cross in. With that cross, I would have probably scored had I picked it out, because Mandzukic was running in and had a lot of space. We've got about 10 minutes probably to go now, including extra time, so let's just play it safe. Play it safe. I don't want to have all my work undone by, like, a stupid decision. I don't know, giving away a penalty or something. So I'm just going to play this one safe. Thing is, though, I've been completely dominated in this game. So even if I lose, like, I'm completely fine with losing, like, to a better player than me. It's just annoying when you play someone who's worse, which this guy is probably feeling right now, and they end up getting the win against you. You listened to me yesterday when I said to invest in forms. This is now 18k. Yeah, I'd sell now, like, that solid profit, and you can wait until the what a challenge. You can wait until the hype dies down a little bit for Player of the Month and then buy him back, and he'll be a good future investment. You have lots of Trippiers to sell. Trippier will be a good one as he's a high-rated Premier League player in his position. I just need to get the ball back, and if I've got possession, I think I can now just close the game out, which we've got now with Mandzukic. And Mandzukic always just holds onto the ball. There we go. 2-1. That is such a big win. That was such a hard game as well. And that was, again, just down to tactics. I've won 2 games out of the 3 I've played, and they've been completely and utterly down to the tactics of the game. Like, it's so important, the tactics. So I had 2 shots, 1 on target, and I mean, this guy, I said he dominated me, but to be fair, he only had 1 shot on target. That was like I was saying, the second half, I always seem to do better. The first half I had no shots, and he had like 65% possession. And then in that second half, I limited him to having no more shots on target. He just had like 1 off target, I think, and that was all really. So that was not bad. That was not bad. So I'll show you guys my team again for the people who are wondering. Is Bellerin worth it? Yeah, Bellerin's a solid player. I like Bellerin this year just because he's got so much pace. He's quicker than anyone he comes up against, really. He's not amazing defensively, but he's got so much pace that like he can just catch up with people and put a tackle in, really, which is what you want. So that is the team. For those of you wondering, in game it does swap up, and I'll show you guys. You'll see what happens in game. Mandzukic's stats are going to be really bad. He won't score much, but he's going to play like the Giroud role in the World Cup, where he just brings others into the game. Actually, what I need to do quickly is I forgot. I was about to do this in my last game. You guys will see here with the custom tactics what I do. So if we go to game plan, so this is my typical defensive one. These are all the other ones we have. But if I go to this one here, I need to change this to fast build up because we're hitting them on the counter. Players in the box I need to bring up a little bit. This is basically my defensive strategy, but I need to set my striker to target man and stay central because that's going to be exactly what we want with what's his name, Mandzukic, and then tend to stay forwards, and that's basically just going to mean that he's going to stay there and he's going to be kind of like a pivotal player in my team that I can bang balls into for him to then knock down and control. Get Blue Farman, he's super cheap. Okay, I'll check him out. Is Stark good? Yeah, I really like Stark this year. I've used a few players. I've used Vought. Vought's good too. Vought's quite similar. I used Jonathan Tah, but I prefer Vought just because he's very similar but quicker and taller. Yeah, keeping the ball was a key part of both of those games, so thanks to the person who suggested that. I'm going to quickly see how much Blue Farman is. I mean, I might as well get him if he's cheap. Someone said he's cheap. He's not that cheap. No, I'm not going to bother getting him for that price, just because if an SBC comes out this evening that gives those cards, then I'm screwed because he'll drop down to being super, super cheap, as will all those other types of cards like that. Here's the Hazard SBC for those of you wondering. He's just too expensive for me to do. Like, look at all these SBCs you have to do for him. There's hardly any change between Blue Farman and the Farman I have. Like, it's a +1 stat all round on each stat, so it's not that big of a change. Like, I'm not going to spend 25k on him just because like he could easily drop down to like 5k if an SBC comes out. I'm like, this card here as it is the best keeper I've used, the non-rare gold version, so I don't need to try him out. So this is going to be our 4th game, I believe. If we can get 3 wins in a row, that would be such a good start. This guy will have got silver. I think this guy will have got silver 1 like me. He got one pick and he got Mbappe as his pick. So very, very lucky there. He's got that insane Mbappe card that has like 98 pace. So he's going to be a handful. But apart from that, the team is kind of like, he's got Martial. He's got some good players, but it's not amazing. And what I'm going to do is try and target Delph, who's playing that right wing, or that left back role. Not right wing back, left back. And what I'm just going to do is try and target him because he's slow. He's slow. So I've got Bellerin. Oh, that's awful. I've got Bellerin, who's going to be getting in against him. And he's obviously really quick. And then I've got like Lucas and people. So I have a lot of pace up against quite a slow fullback. So that's going to be the game plan, I think. Like, just looking at little things like that, players you can exploit, certain things like that is really important this year, because then with your tactics you can adapt to that. And I can see this guy's playing, I think, fast build up, lots of players getting forwards, so that's going to play into my hands when it comes to counter attacking against him. That's not what I wanted to do, but good challenge nevertheless. Yeah, this guy commits a lot of people forwards. Like, he only has, like, look at this. He's gonna score against me, I almost guarantee, because this is a really, really hard game to, like, if someone's playing this style of, what is that? I meant to cross that over there. That was weird. I meant to just switch the play there. But if someone plays against you like this, you have to beat the press. Like, you just have to pass around their press, and then they're very, very easy to get against. And get into space against, but it's just at the beginning. Like, he'll run out of stamina and may swap at like half time to a different tactic. But I've played against people who play like this before. It is quite a viable method of viable tactic, but you do use up a lot of stamina and you're very, very vulnerable. But yeah, it's very hard to defend against, so I almost guarantee I will concede a few goals against him. But it's just going to be the type of game where I need to try and outscore him. Like, if I get into these spaces here, I just need to play really, really quickly. This is less about keeping the ball and more just quickly getting at him and trying to break through that press. Because look, as soon as he attacks, his centre backs are pushing up, his full backs are pushing up. He just has, like, everyone will get forwards, I imagine, with constant pressure. This is basically my all-out attack strategy that I have, but I obviously use it when I'm like needing to get a goal. But if I get in like this, then this is where I can then do a lot of damage. It's not a good touch. He almost just he took the ball away from his keeper there with his defender. That almost was a very risky thing from him, but it paid off. But yeah, I think we can get at him in this game. He's just going to be really hard to defend against, really. Apart from that, though, I think this is going to be... Oh, that was a good bit of skill. Get to that. Good challenge from Vought. I think that's actually going to be my throw, and that was a brilliant tackle. It is. What a challenge by Vought. Him and Stark are beasts. But yeah, I think I just need to focus on quick passing and just breaking his press. He's pressing me very, very well and winning the ball back a lot. So passing the ball isn't going to be... Wow, I thought that was going in. Passing the ball and keeping possession isn't going to work as well against him because he's pressing me a lot, so he's going to win the ball back very easily. So I think it's going to be more about... What's that? I think that's offside. It's going to be more about just trying to break his press quickly with like a quick 1-2 or something. That is not where I meant to pass that at all. But yeah, my passing is shaky just because I have very little time on the ball to do anything. But then instantly like this, look, 1 or 2 passes and we've got a quick counter on it and I'm through on goal. So it's going to be a different game, this one. Every game is different when you've got all these tactics. Everyone plays differently. When is the Sturridge player goal of the month SBC out? Actually, I'm not sure. I forgot there's a goal of the month card in the game. Bundesliga player of the month will be sometime quite soon as well because they've released the voting for that. And there's some good players in there. I think there's a La Liga player of the month too, actually. It might not, I don't know, it might not be goal of the month. It might be a La Liga player of the month card instead. I'm not sure. Swing that in. I think that's offside. Get that in the box. If I had Mandzukic, I'm thinking Mandzukic is going to be a good player to bring on because if I partner Mandzukic up with quick wingers and a quick attacking midfielder, on the counter, that's going to work so well. Have I got through it? Oh no. I thought I got fully through a goal there just from a mistake from my opponent. But I think this is going to be a fun game. It's going to definitely be a very intense one defensively. I'm getting a lot of these chances where I'm not even getting a shot off, but I'm getting a very, very good chance to potentially score. Like, the stats aren't going to be my favourite at all, but I'm getting chances, and that's all I need. Like, especially when I bring on Mandzukic, and Mandzukic is a very different type of player to what I've got here, so he's going to be a handful for my opponent to defend against. I'm not fully sure who my opponent has at centre back. That's definitely something I should have checked. That's offside, isn't it? Is that offside? Is that offside? No, it's onside. Wait, I swear that was offside, but okay. I saw that coming. I did say I'd concede to this guy, but I swear that goal could... Well, obviously it's not offside, but it looked offside anyway. We're quickly through though with Zaha. He can go for the cross into Lucas, bangs it, and there we go. Instant reply, 1-1. What a finish from Lucas on the half volley. Top bins. Keeper stood no chance. Use drag backs. Yeah, I'll do some of those. Drag backs always work well. I need to, like, I think it's more about confidence. Like using skill moves, often like are really, really effective and can win you penalties and create space. But just when I'm playing against someone like this, I'm always hesitant on the ball. I just try and get out my feet quickly and don't really take that much time like on the ball and stuff. So I think that's definitely something to be aware of. Using skills more like body feints, drag backs, fake shots, scoop turns, all of that. We've got a man through on goal now with Lucas. I'm going to go for the finesse shot. What a save by the keeper. Cross that in, back post. How close was that? How close was that? That he nearly passed it straight to me. I really didn't know what to do there. I was going to try and go for the cutback, but I thought he might just intercept it, so I might as well go for the cross. I had to cut him down there. That'll be a red card for Vot, but it will be a red card. But Mbappe was going to score if it wasn't for that, so that was like a tactical foul. That is a red card, I'd say. Is it a red card? It's going to be, yeah. That was a red, but I had to do that. Just don't let me concede from... Wow. I've conceded from the free kick, which made that pretty much worthless. But yeah, I had to go for that challenge, I think, just because, like, Mbappe was one-on-one, and Mbappe is really good, so he'd have scored anyway. But in the end, that was worthless because I still conceded the goal from the free kick afterwards, and I'm now a man down. Definitely not what I want. I think I'm not sure what to do, if I should go to that more defensive formation or what. Come on, can we get a quick reply again? That was just not timed right. I should have gone for the finesse shot, but not that time. I should have cut it back just so I had a more open angle because I wasn't going to score from there. And now I don't have a Vos at the back, so it's going to be tricky against the way this guy plays. But look, it's those types of things there. I just need to quickly get that final ball out and counter on him. Let's quickly get one last attack in. He keeps getting in with the final interception and just getting it in. Move team, so I have a centre back. I'm just going to play it like this, I think, because I need to be attacking, so I can't really risk it and like remove forwards, because then I'm just not going to be as good going forwards. I mean, I could bring on, like, I don't know who I'd take off. That's the issue, really. I could always go to like actually what I'll do, and go 4-1-4-1. I don't know who I'm going to sacrifice for this. It's going to have to be if I do this, put Mandzukic up front, have to back out, I'll pause it and make these changes again. But yeah, because I've had a red card, I'm going to do this. But I'm just quickly swapping my formation up. It's going to also change the way I play. I'm going to try and play as if it's like a 4-2-3-1, but without the attacking midfielder, which is going to be quite hard. But if I cross it, I don't really need that attacking midfielder anyway. Okay, so Zaha is going to be the man that is sacrificed for Vertonghen. It's his blue card. So he's in there. I now need to quickly set my instructions. So target man, stay central. I won't set him to get forwards, just because if he stays forwards all the time, I'm going to have such an exposed defence. Stay back. Stay back. I need to pause it one more time to finish off all these tactics. Losing the ball too often this game? Yeah, I am. It's because this guy's playing constant pressure, I think. He's just always pressing against me. He's very, very hard to pass the ball against, so I just constantly keep losing out on it, yeah. So set them to get back, stay back whilst attacking. I'll put him actually on balanced, and then I'll put Herrera on defensive. Even though Kondogbia is better defensively, Kondogbia is also better going forwards. So I feel that's going to work better. The same sub after 8 minutes. Every game I take off Chamberlain for Kondogbia. Chamberlain's just there for chemistry, basically. I originally started using Chamberlain, but then I just didn't really like him that much, so now I bring Kondogbia on instead, because I need a solid defensive midfielder. I will try and keep the ball more. It's just what I've found success with is hitting him quickly with like a final ball that just... What am I doing there? I keep making that same mistake of just passing the ball like across my defense, which I should never do. But Yeah, I seem to find I found some success, or nearly found success. Like I've got almost through on goal with just like one killer ball. But I'm hoping that later on in the game, if I can keep it at 2-1 at like 60th minute or so, around then, that's what I'm hoping. Just because his players are going to start losing stamina, like just because of like this type. Look at that final ball like that. If I can just play more balls like that work well, then I'll get chances. And I know I'm not keeping possession. I know he'll get more chances by doing that. But that seems to be my most viable way of getting through. Maybe need to do the same, but just slow it down a little bit. I'm thinking is that offside? No, it's not. That's 3-1. I swear that was offside, or it looked really close. Two of his goals have just looked really close. They're not offside, but they're close. Okay, he's paused it for some reason. He's probably making some subs or something. But yeah, I do keep forcing my passes, but yeah, I guess I'll try not to. Okay, I'm just waiting now. This guy's pausing it. Like 3-1 is still doable. It's still a recoverable scoreline. I'm just waiting for this guy. I don't know what he's doing. He might be making some subs. If he goes more defensive, which I assume he's doing probably because he doesn't want to be on this constant pressure thing at this stage of the game, it's going to make him easier to pass against. So it will be easier to keep hold of the ball. I don't know what he's doing now. I might just go all out attack, and I'm not really too sure what I probably have to take off one of my. I don't know, because I can't go 4-2-4 if I don't have I need two midfielders and stuff. So I probably have to sacrifice a centre back again and take off Vertonghen or Stark. But I'm not sure. I'll probably just stick with this, but maybe swap to the ultra attacking mentality. I'm not sure. I just need to press up more, so go all out attack really. Do I live in the UK? Yeah, I do, man. I do. We've been streaming now for just over an hour. We've got, I think, is it 2 or 3 wins and 1 loss? Although this game could be heading to a loss. Yeah, he's not pressing me nearly as much now. This guy's completely changed his tactics, which is going to make him easier to pass against, for sure. He's probably playing more on the counter now, which is what I'd have done. That's what I've done in my last few games. It's a good save there, but he's definitely a better player than me, so I can't complain about losing anyway. The trouble is, since I've had a red card now and I've swapped to this formation, that's why I didn't really want to swap. I should have probably kept how it is, because now I just have such a separation, such a gap between my midfield and my attack. Look at this. I just don't really have a midfield, and that's why I can't really pass the ball that well. I don't have a midfield to pass through. Kondogbia is out wide. Cross that in. Mandzukic has got to be there. I think he was, but ended up not winning the header. Didn't really get the cross near where I wanted. But I don't know where Bellerin. I don't know where my defense is, because Robertson was playing centre back there. I just had so much space out wide. Keep that in. Shielded nicely. Somehow, I don't know how he got. I was shielding the ball fully there with Mandzukic, and he's really strong, so should have probably won that back. Yeah, it's because I've taken off I've had to take off Zaha, so I don't have an attacking midfielder basically now, so it's just really cut off. Because a target man, although my target man keeps getting out-muscled by people who are weaker than him, a target man should be able to hold the ball up, and then I bring other people into play, but there's no one really around him to bring into play, if that makes sense. So the red card has pretty much killed off my attacking chances. This guy's decent, but I don't know. It was just his tactic. Early on, just was so hard for me to defend against. So he got those early goals, and now he can just defend nicely. Mandzukic, get in there. It's just all about Mandzukic. I just need to keep crossing it to Mandzukic. I have 20 minutes to go. If I get a goal back in the next 15 minutes, it's fully game on. Like, this guy's going more for like long shots and stuff and posing less of a threat. Now he's gone to this more defensive style of play, but obviously he's now better defensively, so that's what he'd want, and it's harder for me to break down. But yeah, now that he's doing this, it's a lot easier to defend against, I find. What is that? I can't defend against that. What happened there? Did my player just pass the ball across the box? I'm not sure. It's all this red Mbappe. He's the one who's just torn me apart. Josh, I'm all good. Sport Osprey, I'm trash. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm not sure why you're watching me. If you're expecting like some good Foot Champions gameplay, I'm not sure why you're here. But thanks for the views. You've got a 4 million squad. Nice. Good ball into the back post. It's the red card that's ruined me. That it's so annoying. Like, because it's now I'm just so open because I'm on an attacking style of play. But it's annoying because I went for that challenge that gave away the red card because I thought Mbappe would score because he was through on goal, but then he ended up scoring from the free kick, which just made it worthless. And now my defense, I don't know what my defense is doing now. I'm not even on all-out attack, and my defense is just being split open. Mikhail Khan, welcome to the stream. What's going on? No, Kieran Stevens, no need to actually delete some of those comments, but delete that Sport Osprey, whatever his name is. But yeah, 5-1. This game's most definitely over. It's all been that Mbappe has just torn me apart. It's all been through Mbappe. I don't know how many of the goals he scored. How didn't I hit the post and then I didn't press shoot the second time. It was like an automatic finish, and somehow that went over. Like, what am I meant to do there? Nice play from Kondogbia. Swing that in. You've got to score that. There we go. 5-2. Lucas, at least he's made up for that one he just missed earlier. It's the first weekend league you've played of this year, and you're insanely bad. I feel the same way. Apart from it's my second time playing it this year. I just get torn apart a lot by people like this. Like, if someone's better than me and they have good players like this, it's just end of the game, really. I mean, conceded 5 goals, and I think almost all of them have come through that red Mbappe. I wish I got red Mbappe. I got James Forrest or something. Are we back in this? No, I don't think we are. 5-3. At least I've made the scoreline more respectable. Herrera with the goal. We literally have like 5 minutes maybe with extra time. So I'm going to go all out attack. Ultra attack, yeah. I mean, I didn't earlier just because it would completely mess up my formation. I probably have like Vertonghen playing up front or something now. But yeah, we'll see. We might, like, imagine if we get a goal back here. It's going to be a very tense end to the game. We could. You never know. When you cross it into the box and you've got Mandzukic, you never know because he can beat pretty much anyone in the air. At least we've made the scoreline more respectable, though. I mean, 5-1 I wasn't happy about, but I'll take a 5-3 loss to someone who's better than me. Lucas, cut that back, swing it in. Can we get another one? Can we make it 5-4? No. Don't know how the whistle's not blown. There we go. It has. So there we go. That's the end of that game. We're 2-2. So again, I don't mind. Like 2-2, I will definitely take. I'm just looking to stick with that 50% win-loss ratio throughout the whole weekend league, and I'll get what I want really in the end. So like yeah, that's really what I'm looking for. Like I'm not looking to get like anything above gold. Like gold 3 is really what I'm looking for. Josh Finley, thanks for the confidence boost. Okay, so Vought is out of contract and suspended, but no worries because I can just bring in, what's his name here? Jonathan Tah, who I've got in my club. Or Sula. Sula's actually really good, but Tah has more pace, which I like. Pace isn't that important this year, but having slow defenders means you just get torn apart. Like in the midfield, I think pace isn't too important, but on the wings and in defence, if you're slow, you're really easy to play against, I find. Okay, so we're going to apply a quick training item. Yeah, I imagine Hazard is really good. I'm tempted to buy normal Hazard because he'll be really cheap because a lot of people invested in him. Okay, so everyone's on good fitness. I'm not sure what to do. Should I maybe start Mandzukic, or not start him but bring him on early? I'm not sure. We'll see. But anyway, let's go on into another game, see what happens. Stark is like the cheap Ramos. Yeah, Stark is really, really good. He just has a really good all-round card. Like, he's got 80 pace, just really good stats across the board. Okay, this guy's got quite a similar team to me. He's got Oxlade-Chamberlain, who I'm obviously taking off. He's got Lucas, Zaha, Martial. I'm not sure how much Martial is. I'm tempted to get him. Kimpembe and Smalling. I'm not sure how tall Kimpembe is. All round, that's a really, really solid team. When I keep the ball, I play well. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Just keep hold of possession. In that last game, I found that too hard because he was pressing me really, really well. I think that way of playing is risky, but if you pull it off well, it's very, very good. Like the way he was playing. Constant pressure, especially if you're not an amazing player like myself, is very, very hard to play against. So you can just like destroy people early on and they can't deal with it. But I think keeping hold of the ball is key. That's what I'm going to try and do more of this game. But whenever I do that, I just give away risky things like this. Like, I'm not good at keeping possession. That's the issue. Like, that goal's just come from me trying to keep possession. I'm just not good at it. Yeah, possession is really important this year. I just need to get better at it because I've never really played that possession style of play. And then, yeah, that's what happens that time when I try it. I play like a lot of risky passes, I find. It's not what I'm used to, so I don't play it that well. But like I need to get used to it because that's how you play this year. But yeah, I just play like stupid passes like that aren't going to get to anyone. I just play them like for the sake of playing them. I don't know why. And that's like exactly what I don't need is just conceding early on. But this guy seems good. Like those. Oh wow, that was close. Like those little skills and stuff. Like this guy seems like a good player. Got a chance going forwards now. Lucas into Rashford. Can we get in the back post? That was so close. Had I got ahead to that, that would have definitely been in the back of the net. But good punch by the keeper. I'm tempted to bring Mandzukic on earlier and just play that formation with the 4-2-3-1 that I was using earlier on because that just seems to work really well. Nice ball there out wide to Rashford. Lucas, what was that? It didn't swap to Lucas. Like Lucas just kind of moved out the way. I wanted Lucas to just tap that in. That would have been an easy chance for him. I'm getting chances now. I thought this guy was all over me, but we've suddenly got a few chances. When's Bundesliga Player of the Month? I'm not sure. It will be probably next Friday, I think. Around that kind of time. It's already the voting started. The Bundesliga posted something about that. Yeah, 4-2-3-1's ideal for possession, and also it's ideal for being good defensively. Like it's really hard to break down, and it's good for counter attacking. So I think that might be my favourite formation now. But since it's so defensive, it's less good going forward. So what I think, like, it's good to either start the game with or use when you're like in the lead. But I think when you're losing, it's not the formation to go with. Back post, finish that. Someone score. How did I not score there? If I had Mandzukic, I'd have scored. That's the thing. Like, I think bringing Mandzukic on early, and I'm not sure who I have to sacrifice if I'm playing that. This guy's like getting cocky and stuff, and I'm not sure why. Let's just get a goal. I've had so many chances to score. Record, I'm two losses, 2 wins so far, bro. This guy is beating me, but I've had a lot of chances against him so far. Like he started off well, but he's he's probably gonna score here. He's just hitting me on the counter. He scores there. He's had, I think, 2 shots and scored both of them, and I've literally had like 10 shots, not 10, maybe like 5, 6 shots early on, which is really annoying. It's Martial with both goals, and I've literally been all over him, like you guys have seen. His first goal came through me misplacing a pass, and then this one was just one pass through the middle. He's drawn a goal after I had so many chances to score earlier on. It's just annoying. What final rewards am I hoping for? Gold 3 or gold 2 is the aim. Any of the golds really, as long as I get gold, I'm happy. Come on, Herrera, finish that. And then the rebound doesn't even come to me. Like, I swear everyone I play, they just score like rebound goals and stuff. I never score rebounds and things. Like, the luck just doesn't go my way. And then he's going to break through and counter again. Do I think Paco Alcácer will be required in Bundesliga Player of the Month? He won't specifically, like, himself be required, but I think he will definitely rise because of it. You may need, like, Bundesliga informs or, like, a Bundesliga team that requires informs, like, something like that. So I don't like. It won't be like you need Paco Alcácer for the SBC, but I think you'll need like something related to, like he'll be good for the Bundesliga SBC regardless. You're 6-0 so far. Is that good? Well, it couldn't be better. You've won all your games. That's really good. Yeah, that's like all perfect. What time's the England game tonight, by the way, guys? What is that touch? What formation's good for attacking? Any of the 4-3-3s, the 4-3-2-1, the 4-1-2-1-2s are quite good. The 4-4-2, like all of those formations. Most of the 4 at the backs are really good this year. I didn't want to pass to Lucas there. I wanted to pass to whoever was out wide, but for some reason whoever was out wide wasn't making a run. My players just aren't moving, like they're not getting forwards. Maybe I need to go more attacking. Good challenge there. I'm thinking of maybe swapping my team up a little bit in game now. Or not maybe in this game, but in my next game I'm going to swap the formation. So I'll do some custom tactic swaps. 7:45. Yeah, that's normally on around that kind of time. 7:45, 8 o'clock. I'll keep an eye out. Yeah, this guy's good, but it's just I had those early chances. Like I should have scored. Herrera had a really good chance. I got through on goal a couple of times, and then this guy just one mistake from me, which he punished, and then one like quick counter really. We could get a goal going into half time though. That could change the whole momentum of the game. But if he gets a goal going into half time, which I don't think he will, because that was some good defending, that could also obviously change the whole momentum of the game. So there we go. I lose still. Oh yeah, good reading of the score, mate. Switching is useless this year. Yeah, it is. It's weird. It's like I don't know if it's my controller. I feel it's easier with this one because that controller broke the LB button slightly, so you have to push it really hard. But still, it just is slow. Like it takes time. Okay, so I'm thinking of swapping up. I'm going to take out Fred. I'm going to swap to the 4-2-3-1. Actually, I'll go 4-4-2. 4-4-2 is a good attacking formation. Go with Rashford. I need to back out quickly and then I'll do it again. But 4-4-2 is good going forwards, so I'll try that out. And we're just going to quickly swap some players around. So I'm going to go with Lucas here, Rashford there. Now, what am I doing? Put Rashford there, Herrera down for Zaha, and I think we're good to go there. Set instructions, get him behind, stay central, target man, get him behind, stay back, stay back, stay back. There we go. So now we've got a little bit more of an attacking lineup. And I'm also focused more on crossing because I have been crossing in this game, but I haven't really picked anyone out. So hopefully now that'll be easier to do. How's that a foul? Come on. How much is the team? Maybe about 100k or so, I think. About 100k. Well, actually, including Mandzukic, who's my new like super sub, it's 140k. It's annoying though because I've played really well in some of the games on stream. Like you guys have seen, I've beaten players who are like good and have good teams, but then I just play like this and like I deserve to lose. I'm just not playing well. Okay, I always play this goal kick where it's like a driven ball out wide. That always seems to work. So, I mean, I got the ball to someone. I didn't deliver a good ball after that, but it works a lot better than the traditional way of taking a goal kick where you just like lump it up the pitch. Okay, I've got Mandzukic hopefully coming in somewhere in the middle. Cross that in, back post. No one's there. I maybe need to like swap to driven crosses or something because I'm getting into a lot of positions to cross the ball and then I'm picking out the wrong option. What do I think of Informal Mobile? I've not used him yet. I've heard he's good. I've never really used players like that on FIFA. Like not gonna lie, like I prefer using kind of pacier players who've got skill moves. Like, I like dribbling a lot on the game as opposed to kind of like just a target man, kind of really clinical type of player. I prefer players who I can dribble with and do skills, and it's just kind of how I've played in the past. But yeah, apparently he is really good. I've heard a lot of people saying it's like his finishing and everything, I imagine is great. But I'm trying to get more into using like target man type strikers, hence why I'm using Mandzukic in this team. Although Mandzukic, like I don't know, he just seems like really sluggish. Like right there, he had a really good chance to play the ball out wide, and he just didn't. Also, what is that touch? Whoever that was, that touch just completely let my attack down. How much is Player of the Month Hazard? About 600 to 700k. Obviously, if you've got players in your club and things, it's going to be cheaper, but it's about 600 or 700k as of right now. Hit that Zaha. Oh my god, what is that touch? I don't know what's happening with my team. My players just aren't doing what I want. Like, they're not in the roles I want. I might go all-out attack, actually. I'll wait to the 70th minute and then go all-out attack. But I just feel like there's a big split between my defence and attack when I get forwards. That's a nice ball if we can keep hold of it with Mandzukic. We've got a lot of people out wide, actually. That is a brilliant pass, is it? No. That was almost a brilliant pass from Mandzukic. There was a lot of space open on that wing, though. Very, very close though to going fully attacking. Square that. There was no one there. Like, I don't know. No one's in that space. I've got a free kick, but I'm gonna go ultra attacking now. There's just like right there. There should have been someone in that position to get the ball in the middle, but no one made that run. How's that a free kick? That's just like outmuscling him. What? How do I have a wall? What? Guys, can you see this? I have a wall, like a defensive wall for that free kick. And then that's a finesse shot and it's meant to go over there and it just goes straight at the keeper. I have no idea what just happened there. I just had a wall. What is this guy doing? What is happening? I have no idea. How do you get into the game you've qualified? Unless you had to have redeemed it before Weekend League started. You had to have redeemed your entry. But yeah, what is going on right now? Like, I'm getting so many chances. Come on, just score now. Finesse shot. Is that a save? Yeah, what just happened with that wall? Can someone let me know? I'm going to go in with a near post cross. we got the shot off, but it was just straight at the keeper. Like now, I'm getting loads of chances. Now I'm all out attacking, but the issue is he will just counter attack and score because it's so easy to play against when you're all out attack. Like look at this, he's through. I don't know why he shot there. He was offside, but yeah, it's quite tricky to defend against though. So that's what I'm hoping I can do. Just exploit that. But like, why is that not a foul? But then when I do the same thing, it is a foul. What's my FUT Champs record? It is 2-2 as of right now. Soon to be 2-3. Unless we do something good right now. Nice bit of dribbling. Go for the finesse shot, and it's a save from the keeper. I've actually been all over this guy. Like, he got one goal, which you've got to score that. There we go. There we go. Who is that? Zaha, I think, or Rashford. I'm not sure. 2-1. We're back in it, but. Like, I've got to get another goal. Twins FIFA HD, welcome to the stream, guys. Bonjour, what's going on? You guys playing Weekend League? I'm playing Weekend League, and it's stressful. It's stressful, man. Like, this guy got one goal through me making a mistake in, like, the first minute, and then he got one goal on a quick counter, and I've dominated him, apart from that, all game. And I've had so many chances and just not got through. But we're all out attack now. Playing 4-2-4, everyone getting forwards on the attack. He tried to cut me down. Shoot, across goal. And it's off the post. And that is just... What is that shot? That was just a weird shot, really. I don't know what that was. I've had so many more shots than this guy, though. I've hit the post, I think, once or twice. And, like, look, he can't even get into this... Can't even fully get into my half. I just keep getting the ball back here. Come on, play him through. We've got a penalty. Yeah, we've got... Is that please say this is a penalty. I'm awful at penalties this year. I don't know why. How am I doing? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, Twins. I'm good, Twins. FIFA. How are you guys doing so far in the Weekend League? What's your record? That is a clear penalty. But this isn't going in. I'm just saying it now. This isn't going to go in. It's probably going to get blazed over because I literally can't take penalties. Yeah, I can't take penalties. I don't know why. They've just changed so much from last year. They really have. So annoying. Like, I just can't take penalties. I don't score them. Like, how penalties seem to have changed. Like, I don't know if it's the run up or what, but they just seem to be a lot different to last year. And he's now going to score. Look at that. That is so typical. I've dominated this guy all game. Like, and he gets the last goal after I miss a penalty. Because I can't take penalties on this game. But yeah, I can't believe that's so typical. I can't believe I lost 3-1 to this guy. Like, I've been all over him. Like, I've got into so many positions where I haven't even got a shot off, but I've got through and like got a position where I've played the ball right across the box, and it's not like nothing's even happened. What is he even doing now? Like, this guy's not even good. That's the issue. Like, I'm finally losing to someone better than me, and that's what both my other losses have probably been. But yeah, it's just so annoying. I missed a penalty, but I just don't score penalties. I said I'd miss it, and yeah, I just don't score penalties. If you guys have any tips on penalties, what? Look at my team. That's why I didn't have Mandzukic in the box, because for some reason my team's put Mandzukic playing centre mid, and then it's put Herrera left wing. Right. I mean, that's just an annoying game. Like, more shots, more on target, a little bit less possession, and it wasn't even that. I was getting into so many positions out wide where I'd then cross it in. But yeah, like penalties. Have you guys got any tips? Like, I can save literally like 95% of the penalties I come up against. Saving penalties I find really easy on this game because you can just see the head direction of the player. But scoring penalties, I don't know. Like, I've always been able to score penalties in the past, and then this FIFA, I don't know. Like, if I always go for a finesse penalty, because if I go for a driven or not a driven, like a powerful penalty, I just always seem to miss, and always seem to I just blaze it over the bar. Really, I'm not sure. I just seem to be really bad at penalties basically this year. But I'm thinking this game, we're going to see what my opponent's got, and I'm thinking of going straight up Mandzukic up front. He's got Juan Jesus and Gabriel Paulista. He has got Ibrahimovic, so this guy's going to be focusing on crossing. He's got Alessandrini in there. He's got a solid midfield. That midfield is going to be very, very hard to break down. It's an all-round solid team. Ibrahimovic is lacking a bit on the pace. But yeah, Juan Jesus, I think, is about 6 foot tall. I think. I'm not sure on Paulista. I think he's maybe 6'2", so not sure about crossing. I'm thinking of going straight up in game. I forgot to change my formation. I'm thinking of going though with the 4. Where is it? The 4-2-3-1. Where is the 4-2-3-1? Where's the 4-2-3-1? Here we go. This is the formation I want. Lucas there. I need to put Zaha in at cam. Swap Chamberlain out for Kondogbia. Bring Mandzukic in for Fred. Swap him around there. Swap that back. Now I need to pause it again and make my custom tactics. I should have done this before the game. This is what I meant to do. Press L1 and R1 and shoot. What is that on Xbox? Is that the top ones or the bottom ones? I assume it's the top ones to do a driven. Is that to do a driven penalty? Because yeah, that's ideally what I want to do. Wait, can you not set these players to get in behind? That's weird. But yeah, I'm feeling this formation. This is what I've got both my wins with, and it was from swapping to this in-game. So I'm going to go with this. Is Hazard worth it? No, he's an untradeable that costs 700k. Like, that's never going to be worth it, especially at this stage of the game, because that's probably like most of your coins, I'd say, or for most people anyway. I'm going to focus more on just keeping the ball again. Okay, so LB and RB. Should you do Hazard? No, I really wouldn't recommend it because it's an untradeable. Like, he will get lots of informs this year. You can get his inform for like a similar price anyway. Like, there are just lots and lots of lots and lots of things you can do with those coins, which I'd rather do than going and buying Hazard. Because it's an untradeable, so like you're stuck with that card for the rest of the feet. What is that? That is a crazy shot for me, but that must have been a timed finish. No keeper is saving that. Hazard's really good. Like, he's one of the best players on the game. Like, a lot of people in the chat have said they've been using him. Someone played like 6 games, scored 12 goals, got 9 assists. Like, obviously, I don't know what cool game is chatting, but like, yeah, he's really good. But just for the price, wow, I didn't press shoot there. That was just an automatic bicycle kick. That would have been crazy. Yeah, just build a team for 1 million coins, or invest those coins, or just don't. Like, you could build a way better team for 1 million coins than you could, like, from getting Hazard and building like a 200 or 300k team around him. Or you could build like a 500k team and make some investments. Like, you've got a lot of options. I definitely would recommend doing that instead. How much are Chelsea players out right now? Because you need 11 Chelsea players for one of the SBCs. What is that? Like, I can't do anything about that. That's just like, I press pass back to the keeper and it just passes out for a corner. Like, what am I meant to do about that? Watch me then concede from it. I didn't. Yeah, just get a team as opposed to doing the SBC. I definitely recommend that. Hopefully this guy isn't good at timed finishing. That's what I'm hoping, because I think his goal came from a timed finish. Because if he's good at timed finishing, then I'm done for. Because, like, timed finishing is really effective, but it's just hard to get used to. I just need to keep possession a little bit more. Like, when I've played well, it's been from keeping possession, and I haven't really done that so far. I just need to, like, pick out the right pass and get the right chance, rather than just always trying to force it. But I do have Mandzukic up front, so I've got that plan B of just crossing it. But yeah, like, instantly, right, that, I don't know what happened there, but instantly right here, like, I'm just more dominant when I play like this and just try and keep possession more. Cahill sold for 6.5k. Like, I sold a Rudiger yesterday for like 1.5k. I didn't think you'd need him for like an SBC or something, and I imagine he's now like 7 or 8k, which is annoying. I always seem to sell players and then they're required in like some sort of SBC not long after. Get that cross in. Mandzukic hasn't been where I wanted him. That would have been a nice goal. Cool game. I'm not like FIFA's way better each year. Like the people who say that, really, like it's changed so much every year. I don't get the people who say that. Like what do you want them to do? Apart from what they already do. Like I know they can do career mode changes and stuff, but like it's a football game. Like, do you want them to add like aliens or something to it? There's not much they can do, and it's a football game, and it's already being made at like the highest like kind of graphics they can make. They add new things in each year, like division rivals. It's made the game way more competitive, made it way more accessible, like for people to get coins without having to spend money. Same with like Foot Champions, which was huge, and like squad battles and SBCs. All those things they've added in recently. Like, if you think like I don't know, FIFA 12 is the same as this FIFA, then you've obviously like not played either of them, or you're just like blinded by not liking FIFA or something. I'm not sure. Have I seen the new driven shots? You press B and then again. I guess you haven't played this FIFA then, because that's not the new. The new driven shot isn't pressing B twice. That's a timed finish, so that's why it flies out, because you haven't mastered timed finishing. A driven finish is you hold the shoot button and press the left and right bumper. But yeah, if someone times like I just see loads of stuff in the chat from the same person. Just I'm not sure what they're chatting, so timing them out. If there's any mods in the chat, would be cool. 2-0 down now. FIFA's dead now. It's about batter out. Fortnite is so dead at the moment. Fortnite's finished. Epic Games just ruined Fortnite. I haven't played Fortnite, and like neither of it. I used to play Fortnite so much with like all my friends, and now like none of us have played it, and like loads of pros and people have stopped playing. Like literally for like months I've not played. Epic ruined it and just made it like pointless. Like you couldn't build anymore. It just made like you could just shoot all building down with like an SMG, and they just catered it to like kids and stuff. So they ruined the game. This game's like I don't know. If I just started playing possession from the beginning, I'm probably gonna take a break after this game because I'm really hot. Because I've got like all my windows closed to do videos because I can't really have them open, or else there's like weird background noise and stuff. Because like either my neighbour's doing like the gardening or something, or like all sorts. But yeah, I'll probably take a break, go and have a snack and stuff, and then I might come back a little bit later. Cool game. There's literally no argument for Fortnite not being dead. Look at how the player base has massively diminished. It's dying hugely. Like that's just a fact. Face it. But yeah, I'm not sure why you're here. Like, I'm not sure why you're watching FIFA if you hate it so much. A little bit weird, but whatever. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense. But it's weird. You have people who like hate on EA, but have like notifications turned on for their tweets, and as soon as they tweet anything, just instantly respond with abuse and stuff. It's a bit tragic. Will, welcome to the stream. How's it going, William? Ruffier or Mandanda? I'd say Ruffier probably. Yeah, Will, I agree with you on that one. I do. Are we still down for going out tomorrow? Well, hopefully we are. I've been looking forward for 2 weeks now. This game, I need to get back into it. If I get another goal before like the 60th minute, we're good. But it doesn't look like that this way. Although this guy's it said he had 1 shot on target and he scored 2 goals, which doesn't make much sense. I'm a posh white boy. Well, I'm white. So good observation there. My voice is so posh and gay. Well, I don't know how you have a gay voice. Well, I do, but there's like that accent that quite a lot of gay people have, which I overly don't have. Like quite a camp voice, which I don't have. So I think I have quite a posh accent, but that's just because of like where I've grown up. Like that's how most people speak. So it's fine. Yeah, I didn't really know how my voice is gay. He is so poxy. I'm not sure what poxy means. So maybe that is that a good thing? I'm definitely gonna have a break after this game though. I'm also pretty hungry. I'm gonna go and what do you guys say? Oreo? Should I have Oreos or Ben and Jerry's? One in the chat for Oreos, two in the chat for Ben and Jerry's. I thought that was going in as well. King Company, that's fine. I take it you're a City fan, so I mean, can't hate on a City fan. Given I'm one as well, which is probably going to mean like some people are going to start hating on me who aren't City fans. Come on, Mandzukic or someone get to this. Oh my god, every time I cross it, it just isn't getting to anyone, even though I have Mandzukic, who's probably like the best target man I could have. When's Jorginho going to go back to his normal price? Once the hype for the Hazard SBCs died down a bit, it's really high because like everyone who's completing the SBC is using people like Jorginho and like all those Chelsea players, all the highest rated ones. Where do I sound? Where am I from? I sound like I'm from Surrey. Well, I'm actually something that will surprise you because I don't sound anything like it. I'm actually Scottish. Like I'm originally from Scotland and I was born there and grew up there for a while. The reason I have an accent like this is because I've not really picked up an accent from anywhere. I just have like quite a neutral accent because I've always moved around quite a lot. Like I live in Somerset at the moment, but I don't really have that much of a Somerset accent, I don't think. Like a Somerset accent's like a real kind of like farmery accent, which I don't have. But yeah, I've lived in France, Scotland and England, and I've lived in like Hampshire and Dorset and like various places. So yeah, I don't really have like a defined accent. I just have like I'd say quite a neutral kind of accent, just because I haven't really lived anywhere long enough to pick up the accent. Is Mbappe suitable to play up front with Griezmann? Yeah, Mbappe is sick. Definitely try him out. Mbappe tore me apart in one of my last games. Wow, 3-0. This game's been close, but he's just been clinical and I haven't been. I think I've resorted too much to crossing. I don't know. Oh, thanks, Will. Tim Pell, do I speak French? Yeah, I do. I do speak French because I used to live there. I went to school in France for like, I'm not sure, 4 years, 4 or 5 years. I think 5 years. Yeah, I went to school for about 5 years in France. Do I live near Bristol? I live relatively near Bristol. I live about an hour from Bristol. But yeah, I go to Bristol quite a lot. How many games have I won? I've won 2 and lost 3 so far, so looks like we're going to be losing this one as well, but I'm aiming for 14 wins. That's the goal. Looks like this one's a bit of a lost cause. It's annoying though because like the last game I lost was like 5-4, I think. This one's 3-0, but the scoreline doesn't really reflect like how the game's gone. I've got into so many chances, so many positions to have chances, and I've crossed it, and like the crossing kind of tactic isn't working that well, just because I don't know, I'm not even getting into a position to win a header or like even get a shot off from the header. So I'm thinking in future we're just going to go more with like a kind of possession based style of play because that's what's worked best. But I that's why I probably need a break. Just because like you have to concentrate a lot for that kind of style of play, and I've not been concentrating like that well recently, which is probably why I've been losing. Who do I prefer at CDM, Kondogbia or Casemiro? I'm yet to use Casemiro, but Kondogbia is really good, and I'd say definitely Kondogbia just because if you look at the stats, like they're very very similar. Defensively, and then Kondogbia just has loads of better stats going forwards. He's quicker, and I think he's stronger as well. And he's got 4-star skills, and like yeah, all round, I'd definitely say Casemiro is a good option. Well, I don't know what that touch was there. That was really weird. I didn't try and do anything like what happened there. But yeah, I just keep getting into like pointless positions out wide. Really, the crossing isn't working that well. Do I play Xbox or PlayStation? I'm on Xbox, dude. That was a really heavy touch. My players' like touches have just been all over the place. We've pulled a goal back, but it's too late. I mean, it was like this in the last game. My comeback's just coming way too late. Like the last game, it was really late on. It was like 80th minute, and then I got 3 goals back, I think. And then this one, we've got one back now, but I'll go ultra attacking. I will pause it as well. I'm gonna make a few changes to my tactics, I think, going into the next games. The 4-2-3-1, I think, is gonna be like my starting formation I run with. But that goal there came from like just playing more kind of slowly with the build-up play. So I think that's what I need to do. Get that in the box, Robertson. That was a handball, but obviously they don't count on FIFA. Imagine if handballs counted, there'd be like 10 penalties every game. Yeah, but what I'll do is I'll take a break, maybe for like half an hour or so. I might come back and stream a little bit more. I'll see really. I might stream tomorrow as well. I need to do a video for today too, so I'll bear that in mind. But what I'll probably do is like I'll play a few games off stream as well. Why is Alisson so expensive? I think it's just because he's one of the most popular keepers on the game, so he's gone up a lot. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the game. It keeps doing this weird thing with my team in game, like swapping the players up. So I'm going to change a few things around with that. So I'll be making a few changes. We've got 2 wins, 4 losses, which isn't ideal. Had we just won one of those games, we'd be on 3-3, and that would be what I want. Because that's what I'm looking for in terms of my my overall record, just 50-50 to get into gold 3. But anyway, I think I've sold 1 or 2 more players. Yeah, both Frasers sold for 20k, so that's pretty good. But yeah, I'll end the stream off. I'm really hot, I'm hungry, and yeah, I'll be back a little bit later or tomorrow, but I'll definitely have a video up today, and I'll update you guys on Twitter and stuff with how my weekend league's doing. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you later.